Hi and good morning, I'm Neil and this is my electric bike that I've currently got for sale. The reason it's for sale is because of this beauty, and I have an electric folder as well which I use for work. And basically this little video walk around will tell you all about it. I've owned it for around about a year and a half. It's a 48 volt 750 watt system. I think it's about 11 or 12 volt amp hour lithium polymer battery. It's got some go. This has, it's a twist grip throttle only, so basically you turn the throttle and it gives you the go. So it's not a pedal sensor type system, so it's much like a moped. Its power development I think puts it in the category of a moped, so you'd be advised not to use it on the road at too high a speed if you don't want to attract too much attention. But I've used it for plenty of miles. It's good for a good 20-mile journey with a lot of power assistance, and you can probably eke it out to about 30 or 40 miles with medium power assistance. It'll push up to about 22, 23 miles an hour. If you're pedaling, you'll run out of gear, but generally if you put it in top gear and pedal, you'll cruise along very easily at about 15, 16, 17 miles an hour. It has two keys with it. It has a controller system, it has a suspension seat post, a bike rack with a bike hut, pannier on the back. There is a LED light on the back here. Mudguards are fitted. Hydraulic brake on the front, which is an upgrade that I put on, which I do have spare pads for. There is a power output on the battery there, and you have to be careful. As soon as you turn that on, the throttle is live, so it's not running. I would like to keep hold of that little phone holder. That's quite a handy bit of kit. All the wheels are without buckle. They all run really smoothly. The bike rides and runs really smoothly. The brakes are all good. It's an aluminium frame. It weighs about 28 kilos in total, so it's relatively heavy. It's got quick release front and rear wheels. Front shock absorbers there, a little bit sort of iffy really, because it's a relatively inexpensive Chinese frame, if I'm not mistaken. But as regards to transport solution, it does the job very well indeed. If you need to do sort of 15 to 20 miles a day on it, the battery obviously comes out and it's a charger which charges at about 60 volts, which is here, okay, with auto cut off, and a 6-speed rear block on the back, no chain derailleur on the front. It's got some BMX type pedals, quick release saddle as well, and suspension is there, but whether it works that well is another story. There's a high-powered Cree LED system here with a USB connector, so you can just plug it into a USB battery pack. I use one of these. This won't be included, but I just use one of those that clips into there. And actually, maybe I can throw that in if the price is right and you need a decent light on the front. It is a bit of a beast. It tends to, you need to have your wits about you when riding it, because it is throttle only, and it does create a little bit of noise with the chains clattering around, but it's not that bad. It's pretty unobtrusive. You do get some looks on it though, I must admit. I tend to get looked more on this than I do in a fancy car, I would say. It does tend to grab attention. Could do with a new rear chain, because the chain got stuck in there once or twice and has just sort of crimpled it a bit, so it can just pop on the back cogs a bit, but only when you're putting really heavy throttle into it. But it's not a major issue at all, to be fair. I'm just mentioning it because it might happen to you once or twice. So there we go then. It's a 48 volt crank mounted system. These normally sell for around about 300 quid for the battery, around about 450 for the motor kit, I should imagine, and then you've got the bike on top and all the ancillary, so it's pretty well set up. The frame is in pretty good order, a few little minor marks to it, but nothing much to worry about too much. The rear tyre could do with replacing relatively soon, I would imagine, for the winter, and the front's got plenty of tread on it, and all the tyres stay nicely inflated. Has a bell as well, and a stand, and magnesium alloy wheels, these nifty alloys. So there we go, it's probably enough about that. Any questions, do call me. I'll put the number up on this video as well. Thanks for watching.